I'm leaving Brunei today and I decided to take a bus to the border, which is about 100 kilometers from here. And it's a little bit complicated. It seems that no bus goes directly to the border. So I actually decided I will take the bus to the nearest town, and from there somehow I will find a way to get to the border and cross to Malaysia. So now I'm in the bus and well, we will see how it goes. I have no idea how to get from there to the border crossing, but we will see. The bus is not exactly luxurious, as you can see. I was a little bit surprised, but it's moving, so everything good. And in case you were wondering what it is on the right side, it looks to me like oil refinery, and that's exactly how Brunei became so rich and the ruler of the Brunei became so extremely rich from oil. Otherwise, Brunei doesn't really produce much.
So I just left Brunei on foot. This is for cars and pedestrians, I guess, since they told me just walk the road, and I did. And now I'll go to Malaysia. Here are cars coming to visit Brunei or come back to Brunei. I'm not familiar with the license plates, so I don't know. But the border crossing, the border check, Malaysian border check should be fairly close, I think, I hope, fingers crossed, because it's pretty rainy today. On the way here, there were some fallen trees on the road just before the border post. I definitely don't want to get caught in the rain, tropical rain. I think I'm close to Malaysian border post. I see some buildings and roofs. So hopefully right behind the bend. I think this is it. That little gate over there says something, and Sarawak, which is the state I'm going into. It says bon voyage if you are going to Brunei. It looks like behind the border post there is like nothing. 5-6 kilometers of nothing before I get to some settlement. So I'll have to see if someone will stop for me. So one of those planes will be the one that will take me to the park. The capacity is 64 people, I believe, and obviously, as you can see, it's a turboprop.
I want to tell you what happened in the last 48 hours after I crossed the border from Brunei to Malaysia. After the border post, there were no taxis or buses, as is usually the case. Basically, no means of public transport to the nearest city called Miri, the second largest city in Sarawak, which was like 15 kilometers, 10 miles from the border. It started to rain. As I was contemplating my next steps, many of them, since a 10-mile walk to the city and in the rain was not very appealing, a Brunei family stopped and offered me a ride to town. So it was a very pleasant surprise, genuine kindness of strangers. They did not ask me for any money or whatever. They even took me to my hotel. So I was very, very grateful. There I stayed for the night, and next day I wanted to fly to Mulu National Park, since basically there is no other way to get there. No roads lead to the park. It's in the middle of the jungle. Next day I go to the airport and the flight was eventually cancelled due to tropical rain and low visibility. Back to the hotel. no other choice. And here I am the following day to see if they will be flying to the jungle. And take off. Finally, success, hopefully. Actually, the problem was never the visibility at the departing airport. The problem was with the airport where we were and we are flying to. It's a very simple airport with not much equipment, very small, and the pilots must take usual approach. So if they cannot see the runway, they cannot land, and that's the problem. But today it looks better.
Landing shortly.
Only about 30 minutes in the air, and what a difference in view. We can already see wild jungles, everything green. We can see some rivers there that are kind of standing out because of the floods. The mud in the river makes the color different. So we are already there, almost, and this will be the end of today's video. Thank you very much for your time. Take care and bye.
Mulu National Park. This is Mulu Airport.